USTEC 100, which is popularly known as the NASDAQ. Well, NASDAQ did pretty well for us in the last couple of weeks. We've been doing very, very well on NASDAQ, and we are going to be doing a follow-up detail on the ideas we talked about here last week. Now, for the sake of clarity, for those who are not part of our live session last week, I will be going into the higher time frame today so that we can, first of all, refresh our memories, and of course, for those who missed out on our previous sessions, can be on the same page with us. Now, the first thing we did last week was to run through the daily time frame, where we were able to have an holistic view of the trading activity since the beginning of this year. And if you look at the structure closely, you will see that it is obvious that price has been on a bullish trend. And after connecting the series of higher lows here, we have this ascending trend line which buttresses the strength of the buyers in this market. Now, just like what happened on the US All Spot, we saw here that during the mid-month of September, we witnessed the significant breakdown of that ascending trend line for the first time this year to incite a bearish move back into our key level at the 14,550. I hope we all remember this key level we identified here last week at the 14,550, a level which had played a major role for buying power in this market. Now look at what happened since price broke above the structure in the month of June. Sellers have struggled to break through that area. Every attempt by the sellers to break through has been met with strong resistance from the buyers at every instances. Now, in the last couple of weeks, we saw multiple attempts by the sellers to break through that 14,550, but all attempts failed, as you will see, buy pressure resume at every point in time. Now, with the way things are going right now, it appears we're beginning to see something like a reversal pattern. So if we take into consideration the breakdown of that ascending trend line, you will see our price appear to have transitioned into what looks like a reversal pattern. And whenever we identify such reversal patterns like this, the next thing we want to be doing is to identify the neckline that will help us validate the reversal pattern. And interesting enough, we have the 14,850, which happens to have been broken during the course of Friday's trading session, as you will see here, hereby validating that reversal pattern, as you will see here. And from a technical standpoint, when price breaks out of the neckline, we expect at a point in time price will come back, retest the structure to incite an uptrend and confirm that reversal pattern. Now, with the way things are right now, price has broken out and it appears it's retesting the structure. So what we're going to be doing now is to scale down into the lower time frame to see how participants has been reacting to that neckline around the 14,850 to decide if we are going to be joining the uptrend, hereby validating this reversal pattern. And before we scale down, where will the TP target be for this reversal pattern? Well, we have a zone to work with right here. Remember, we had the breakdown of the ascending trend line right here. That is one scenario. Then secondly, we have a descending trend line after connecting the series of lower highs. And technically, when price breaks down an ascending trend line like this, we expect at some point in time price may come back, retest the trend line that was broken, which interestingly in this case scenario shares a beautiful confluence with that descending trend line to incite a downtrend move, and if possible a breakout retest of structure will welcome more buying opportunities here. So our TP target at this point should be anywhere around the 15,450 and the 15,250 area, which lines up with that descending trend line, and depending on how price reacts to the structure will determine if we are going to be adding more buy position or getting ready to join a downtrend move. Now, with the information we have gathered here, let's scale down into the lower time frame to see how the market has been reacting to that 14,850 level. Now, scaling down into the 1 hour time frame, this is what I was able to come up with here. Now, let's look at the structure since the early hours of this week. So, hold on a second. I want to allow this 14,450 to be within the screen. I think this is better. So we have the 14,850 just right here. So we are right around the neckline, and in fact, since the beginning of this week, price has been oscillating around that neckline to further emphasize the importance of the structure. And in that regard, we have price confined within a range that is between the 14,900 and the 14,850 to emphasize the level of uncertainty around this area. And of course, you know how we do it in this community. Whenever price action falls into such a range, we have no other choice than to exercise patience, waiting for either the breakout retest of the resistance line to give us an opportunity to buy, or the breakdown retest of the support line here to give us an opportunity to sell. Now, for this week, we have the 14,850 serving as our key level, which is of course the neckline we identified on the higher time frame. Now, if price, you know how we use our key level in this community. When price remains above the key level, we look out for structures and patterns that supports the idea of buying, and if price drops below the key level, we look out for patterns and structures that supports the idea of selling. So everything is lining up in a beautiful way right now, making it a simple setup to watch out for. Now, if we are going to be selling the USTEC 100 today, then we want to see price drop below the key level and the support line at the 14,840, retest of structure probably to incite a downtrend move. So if this happens, we hold on to a bearish bias and look out for selling opportunities. However, if price continues to climb up, and then remember price is currently retesting the neckline of the reversal pattern we identified on the higher time frame, then a breakout of the 14,900 will be all we need to capitalize on an uptrend continuation. Now, if price continues to climb up, we have another level above the, what's it called again, the $15,000 mark, a very strong psychological area right there that we can use to maximize the potential of this bullish momentum if price continues to break above that level. So let's see how the market is going to play out from this area. Our center of focus for today is basically between the 14,900 and the 14,840, which you duly want to be marking on your chart right now, as you will be needing them as a reference point to guide your independent trading decisions for today. So I don't know if you have any questions as regards to my explanation. If you do, feel free to let me know in the comment section. Trust me, I'm here and willing to be of help in that regard.